This video is brought to you by EA Game Changers. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a very special speed build video. Thank you so much to the EA Game Changers program for allowing me early access to The Sims 4 Snowy Escape. This is my very first look at the pack. I booted the game up last night as soon as I was able to get my hands on the code, and I had such a blast building this house. I was a little bit skeptical at first. I was kind of scared that I wouldn't be able to sort of honour the culture and the tradition of the house and the houses that are in Japan, and this house is heavily inspired by Japanese architecture, but I wouldn't say it's true to its culture. So you'll see when we get inside that I've cut back on the clutter slightly for me, but this is a little bit too cluttered, I think, to be a traditional Japanese house. So that's something that I want to test and play around with in a future build. But for my first one, I think I got a little bit too excited with the build and buy items, and I just went in and, you know, I wanted to use pretty much everything that we got in the pack to build this house. And the general shape, I got an image from Pinterest. You know, if you are returning to the channel, we all know I love a good Pinterest image, and that is the image that I used for this build. And I am happy with how it came out. I hope I did a good job. I'm obviously not an expert with Japanese architecture, but I hope I did a good enough job. And I hope you guys, if you do decide to download this house, that you enjoy it. I would just like to say right off the bat that I am very, very impressed with this new expansion pack. It definitely feels like an expansion pack, which is really nice. I would say it seems a little bit light on the build and buy items, because I am a builder, so that's primarily my focus, especially when you compare it to an expansion pack such as Seasons. However, Seasons didn't come with a new world, so, you know, we're having a trade-off, and obviously all the new gameplay that we got a new world, build and buy items, we've got CAS items, we got the platform, we got so many things. So that's not a criticism, it's just something that I've noticed. It was a little bit light on the build and buy items. However, the items that it came with are absolutely stunning. I am so impressed, and I had, as I said, I had such fun building this house. It was an absolute pleasure to build, and the items made it so easy. And we did use a couple of platforms in this house. I didn't go too mad, only because it's not a big house. This house looks quite deceptive from the outside. However, it's very small inside. The upstairs area is just one bedroom, and then downstairs we focused on obviously the kitchen, which is on an elevated platform, which I think looks absolutely amazing. These new kitchen counters, love. And I absolutely love the fact that the shelves underneath, they are usable, and you will see that in a moment when I put some clutter items on there, you know, because I do. We got a new stove, we got a new fridge freezer. We've been completely spoilt. We got new plants, which I am absolutely in love with. These ones on the platform here are actually sized up, which I thought was quite a nice idea. And yeah, I just wanted to try and use as many items from the pack as I could. But let me just say, I don't think I even touched the I'm trying to think of the word because I'm so excited. I don't think I touched the surface, if I'm honest. And I know I said that it was a little bit light on the build and buy items, but given that it's such a small build, I couldn't put everything in, and I didn't want to overdo it. As I said, this is toned back for me. If you are familiar with my builds, you will see that this is quite toned back, but it's still more cluttered, I think, than, as I said, a traditional Japanese house, or at least that's what my research has shown anyway. So this is more influenced by Japanese architecture and culture rather than it being a spitting image of it. So I hope you guys don't mind that, but I was so excited about the new items that I wanted to. And this fireplace, I was gonna go off and start talking about something else, but this fireplace is absolutely incredible. I love it. The chair with the throw over it, oh, You guys, the items in this pack are so gorgeous, and I had such fun just having a look through all of them, and this was my first look at everything, so everything that you see here was me seeing it for the first time, so you're just lucky that I remembered that I was recording and I didn't stop at any point, I don't think, and sort of look at all the items and think, oh wow, you know, I didn't do a whole overview. I don't think that that's where you guys would want to sort of, you don't want to watch me do an overview. There are plenty of other amazing YouTubers that will do a far better job than me, so I'm sure you're just here for my speed build, so that's what I'm going to stick to. And these, we got new sofas, coffee table, there's a bonsai tree, new lighting, there's new paintings for the walls, there's blinds. Wow, I mean, completely spoiled. And this fireplace, I can see myself using this fireplace in all my builds, and there's a really nice fireplace that we've put outside as well, which I'm absolutely in love with. This area here turns into, not this area, the area to the right hand side turns into a dining space, which I think looks really nice. This is the entrance. I would say this build is possibly more of a holiday destination home, maybe, that your Sims could possibly enjoy coming to, you know, maybe for a honeymoon or a romantic getaway, I don't know, but maybe that's more appropriate for what this build is. And as I said, this is my first look at the pack, and I am currently working on a more traditional house, family friendly one, and I would like to do a starter home as well. I know that there are a lot of very, very talented game changers that worked on the builds for this pack, but I would quite like to try myself possibly building a starter home as well. So there's a lot of things that I would like to do with this pack. So this is just the initial build and initial look. So if you do wish to subscribe to me and my content, then that's what you can expect. And I'm hoping to get another build out by tomorrow. I am currently working all this week, so that might be a bit tight, but that's my aim and I'm going to try my best. But I guess we'll see how that goes. So we chop and change between the rooms here, so you'll see me sort of dipping in and out of the living room, the kitchen, the dining area, just because I was finding items in the build and buy catalogue that I thought, oh, that'd look nice in the kitchen, or that'd look nice in the living room or the dining room. And so I chop and change between the different areas, and I do some work off camera as well, because I was trying to get used to the new platform tool. I think because I build the shell first of the house and then I paint the walls outside, what I've noticed is if you place platforms inside after you've done the shell, it deletes the exterior walls, so you have to then reapply the wallpaper outside, which I find a little bit frustrating, but it's something that I'm sure it's intentional and it's supposed to be like that. But I think just for me personally, because of the way that I build, I might have to change that now. But as I explained in my last speed build video, I have to do the exterior of the house first so that I know if I like the house or not, and if it's worth me continuing on with it. If that makes sense. It's so hard to try and explain like how your mind works when you're doing something, but that's basically how I work. So I'll do the exterior and I'll work on that alone. I've seen some builders who just do the shell and then don't put wallpaper or windows in and stuff, and then they start on the interior and the floor plan. But for me, I wouldn't know if I like the build unless I'd finished the outside, which just sounds really weird. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on about that, and we're going to talk about these kitchen counters and how amazing it is that you can put clutter underneath. So obviously that they're like shelving units, and I think that is so awesome. And this is what I'm talking about with the clutter and how I think it's probably more of a destination home. But I think that's okay, you know. I was heavily inspired, and I tried my best, you know, to research the architecture and the culture before I did this build, just because I didn't want to get anything wrong and I was a little bit panicky about it. But I'm hoping that I did an okay job. I don't think it's perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but this is my first time trying it, and so I wanted to do my best. And as I said, I think I just got a bit giddy with the new items, and that's why I think it ended up being the way it is. But this is toned down for me. I absolutely promise it is. I would normally really clutter up the house, so this is me holding back. And I was trying to find some items from the base game and or other packs just to try and incorporate with the build as well, and a lot of items from Spa Day I think worked quite well. Even Nifty Knitting, like the hand woven rugs, I think, worked okay. Again, not traditional, but more inspired by. I'd just like to make that clear. Sorry if I keep going on about it. But you'll see me hopping in and out of the build as well. I did this in a few sittings because I'd been at work for about 9 hours, and then I came home and did this build because I was so excited to get it up, and I wanted to try and get the video rendered and ready to post today, but that didn't happen. By the time I'd finished the build, it was 11:30 at night, and then I was at work again today, and so yeah, it's just been a bit chaotic, but I really wanted to mess around with the new pack and the new items and get this speed build out for you guys and get the house released as well. That was really important to me, so that's why the videos are a little bit all over the place. But now you can see the exterior of the build. I don't know if you've noticed that I've made a few changes. I don't think they've been anything serious, but we put some more detailing on the front and the back just to make it more intricate and a bit more, you know, nice to look at from the outside. And so we're playing around with the new spandrels. I think that's what you call them, spandrels. Not too up to date on the terminology there. But this is the bedroom of the build. It's only one bedroom and one bathroom, and I split the bathroom up, so the toilet and the sink is in one area, in one room, and then in the next room I've put like a dual shower, which I think looks quite nice. So I think that's something that I did off camera. I'm pretty sure it's something I did off camera. It feels a little bit all over the place, so I do apologise for that. And this is what I mean with the platforms, because I actually wanted to put the bed on a platform initially, and then I realised that that wasn't going to work with the roofing that I'd done, so I just left it. So this is what I mean. I definitely want to do more builds with this pack because I want to learn more about the culture and the architecture and be more true to it. And yeah, I definitely want to do a little bit more research and do some more builds. And then I tried it with these blinds, and I took the blinds down because I thought, well, actually it'd be quite nice to see the views from the room, because it's quite secluded, so I don't think anyone would be peeping into your windows if you were sleeping, you know, that's a bit creepy. But yeah, we're just adding some final touches now and messing around with these chairs. I mean, I love them. I love them. I would have these chairs in my house now. I mean, gorgeous. And these rugs, I think I've used this rug like 5 times in this build, and it's like one of the smallest builds ever. Oh, we did. I did film me doing this. I just didn't film me doing the exterior structure of it because I had a bit of a hard time with the roofing and it was a bit embarrassing, so I cut that out. But yeah, this is the bathroom that I was talking about. So we split it because I had researched that apparently the toilet and the showers were separate. Again, I'm really sorry if that's incorrect. I really did try my best. Trust me. I just hope that it's okay. It's at least okay. You know, I did an okay job. So yeah, this is the bathroom. And then we changed the staircase because I was thinking about this while I was at work. I was thinking, well, wouldn't the staircase work better on a platform? So I put a platform in the corner, and then one part of the stairs goes onto the platform, and then another part of the stairs goes up to the bedroom. But I did that off camera because I don't know what I'm doing with these platforms. Like, who does? Who's an expert on these platforms yet? I've seen people on Twitter doing these amazing things with platforms, and I'm thinking, I won't be able to do that in a year. Never mind now. Like, amazing. But, well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've got so many ideas for platforms, and not enough time or enough space in my brain to even comprehend it right now. But I'm going to end the voiceover here because I'm sure you're sick of hearing me speak. But if you would like to download this house for yourself, it's now available to download from the gallery under my Origin ID, which is RachelPedd. Tray files are linked in the description down below. As always, screenshots are at the end of the build, just in case you'd like to see what the house looks like in game. But thank you so much for joining me here on this very special speed build. Thank you to the EA Game Changers program again for allowing me early access, and I'll see you next time. Bye!